Well, you're looking at a dead tree, commonly referred to as a snag. Normally in the past, 30 years ago, I would have cut down a dead pine tree or any kind of dead tree until I understood the value of a snag. Well, when the tree died, you have to bring in a professional crew. They climb the tree and they snag it to where they leave a certain amount of limbs, but limbs that aren't apt to fall on somebody. They're shorter limbs, but allows the bird of prey or other birds just to sit on, use it as a hunting perch or a viewing perch. And then as time takes its course, about a year and a half, 2 years later, you'll start seeing cavity nesting birds make their homes because the tree's decayed enough they can actually drill a hole into it. So basically, at least 3 positive attributes to a snag. Number one, as the tree decays, it can become a home for a cavity nesting bird like a red-bellied woodpecker or a flicker or a pileated woodpecker. The second is insects will get into the dead tree, which becomes a food source for all kinds of birds. Another reason is that birds of prey like to use it as a hunting perch because there's nothing that blocks their field of vision. A lot of people already do it. It's done across the country, but if you haven't done it, just make sure that you watch the tree closely. Once it decays enough, it becomes a hazard. You don't want it falling on anybody. So you should probably test the tree 2 or 3 times a year for stability. And once it's not stable, cut it down and woodpile it somewhere. And by woodpile, you're not sending it to a landfill, so it's actually being used again. It's classic repurposing.